Hey everyone, I did everything backwards. So you're gonna have to watch me set this up. 1 second. Here's where my face happens. Oh, check that out. Pretty cool, a face. Yeah. I also don't have, why don't I have music in this one? Hang on, let's do this. It's gonna drop out and then boom. My Twitter link got flagged by uBlock Origin. That sounds like a U problem? No pun intended. It's a uBlock and a U problem. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do about that. It's just a link to my Twitch. It might be, hey, thanks for the sub, Hero Complex. Appreciate it. X_Hero Complex. That's super handy. I like that a lot. Subs go the longest way. I need a good phrase for subs. This light is awful. There we go. I did the color correction before turning that light on. Everything's backwards today. This shirt is intentional, by the way. I know what it's doing. I was gonna change it and then I was like, wait, it's kind of staticky. It looks cool. So we're gonna keep this. Appreciate the concern for the doggos, Hero Complex. We are in the process of, let me get this mic out of here. In the process of making some difficult decisions regarding doggos. I don't know. We don't know what to do. I'm waiting to hear back from a couple doctors. One way or another, we're going to put the funds to doggo use. Who else is in here? Unicorn Sec. Hey, I know you. Appreciate the follow. Good to know you want to keep an eye on me. Somebody's gotta. Aqua and Cyan shirts do fun things with the chroma keys if you don't set your chroma key to look at reds. Get in the middle here and then move this. Hey, all right. This is good. I should start every stream like this just to hang out. Oh, my tip box up there isn't working and I don't know why, so I'm gonna fix that. Let's get this over here. So this was something I had realized as I was, after I wrapped up the last stream, my tip alerts weren't working at all, which is crazy because we had a few $100s in tips last stream. I will say it. I'll say it out loud because the money's not going to me. But that was kind of nuts. And it doesn't come up. I don't know. I think it's a Stream Elements thing. So I'm going to check that out. I have to set the camera up for the Dreamcast anyway. But yeah, we're working on this guy. When's the last time you saw one of these? It's pretty beat up. Oh, I forgot my magic eraser. I was going to show you guys a cool trick with these cases. I'll go get it later. I think, you know what? I'm going to try to replay them. I mean, it's not as good because those people probably aren't here anymore. I hope they are. Hey, what's up, Nick? Oh, the Peter Lowe's list add Twitter's URL. Why would you do that? Does anyone know Peter Lowe? Should I get in touch with him? That's bullshit. That's the stupidest, because people don't have a choice. Like, you have to use Twitter's URL shortener. It's automatic. So, WTF, Peter Lowe. And it's like the default block list, right? Yeah. All right. Let's get the Stream Elements worked out. Check that link. People are frustrated that I include bounce trackers in my list. It's problematic when things stop working, but it's because that's what they asked for. Oh, fuck you, Peter Lowe. That's the most bullshit. Oh, it's what they asked for, so that's what I gotta do. That is the laziest garbage. As anyone who has ever done customer service in any regard ever knows that people have no idea what they want, and what they ask for is not actually what they're asking for. You're a lazy ass or dumb. It's one or the other. I will reply to that. Oh my god, I'm going to reply to that with pretty much what I just said, but I have to distill it down to 240 characters. Like, I understand that you're just some dude who's just putting a text file together, but like, when you're operating something that millions, tens of millions of people use, you either gotta be more careful and put more thought into your product, or stop. What was I doing? I don't have any good clips to send. All the good clips to send are me doing dumb things. I really don't know. Do I have any clips left? Also, I apologize for the belligerent rant. I flagged this string as 18. This stream as 18 and over because I have a very slight tendency to get very aggressively excited about things. And that was one of them. Let's see. What was our problem? Our tip alert isn't working. Magic marker. Magic eraser for the Dreamcast. Magic eraser. I should use the actual term. Hang on. Instead of the brand name, right? Because also it's not a real Magic Eraser, and so they're gonna go all Red Bull on me if I keep saying Magic Eraser. Like when Red Bull started going after like mom and pop bars for selling. If you'd order a vodka Red Bull and they'd give you a Monster, Red Bull would like sue your like corner bar over it. Is Magic Eraser not have a Wikipedia page? Let's see. No. Melamine foam. I ordered a big box of it. Here you go. Here's a link. Melamine foam. This stuff is absolute. Why didn't that paste? Absolute. I mean, I understand why they called it Magic Eraser. This was the correct name. You can use this on. It won't let me paste. There we go. Get yourself some of that. Get a crate of it and keep it everywhere in your house. You just wet it and rub it on stuff. It works on walls. It works on anything. It works on your face. Hey, what's up, Nighthawks? Good to have you back. RW Grim, I think the issue is that nobody uses IRC anymore. That's right, I said it. No, I should update my Amazon. That was another thing I gotta do. Update my Amazon affiliate toolbox down below. Because I've gotten so much more cool stuff. Check this out. I should get my workbench cam on. I got a component tester. Transistor tester, but it tests like everything. Like you plug capacitors, what have you, into it, and it tells you if they're bunk or not. I'm excited to try this out. Yeah, okay, hang on, let's fix our tip box. Tip box. All right, name, currency, amount, alert box. Let's see. Okay, that worked. It's working now. And it updated the text. All right, everything's fine. I do not. I don't think you can replay events here, though. I'm going to save that anyway. Yeah. Well, I like how Nadhawks always comes in to let us know that she's leaving. Very cool. Appreciate it. But what I'm going to do... Or is... I mean that... Let me make sure that my tipping is actually... I'm going to check... You guys might just be tipping to the wrong place. And that might be my fault. Let's try and check out my... I'm not going to bring up... It'd be funny if I brought up my browser here and just let you watch, like, shoulder surf what I'm doing. But I know nobody came here to watch me just talk into crap. Alright, let's see what my channel looks like. So, go to my channel, you do a scrolly. Hit about. Donate cryptos. Alright, if I hit donate, takes me to, yeah, the Stream Elements page. Oh, and no, they're in there. So you Howard, Sparkles, Bearcat Girl, and Anonymous. Lots of tips. You Howard gave me 1337. Appreciate that. Anonymous tossed $100 in there. I know who that is. But appreciate it. Bearcat Girl with another 50. Sparkles, I don't know who Sparkles is. $20. Thank you, everyone. This is and this is way better than waiting for Twitch payouts. Tips are the way to go. Can I replay from here? Nope, I can't. But if you go to my tips page, it's got a little top 10, which is nice. So there you go. Maybe I could make the robot yell at you about tips. How about that? Is that what you guys want? You want the robots to yell at you? Oh, I don't have a little profile picture. I should fix this. I've got a profile picture here. Why doesn't my tip page show it? That's weird. I don't know how to fix that. Oh. I think I see why. Because this is all set up for Trovo. Yeah. Anyway. I was kicking around, changing this away from Fridays, doing something else. But, it looks like Fridays are the best time to stream. I ask this all the time, like, do you guys really want me to stream on Fridays? Like, is that really what you want? And you say yes. Going out on Fridays is crazy busy. What does that mean? Is that yes or no? There we go. Okay. I think I know how to fix this now. So I had this set up for Trovo before is what's going on, and so all the links on my page go to Trovo, and I don't have Trovo alerts on Twitch, which, of course, it's a good time to stay in at the places to eat. Oh, don't. Yeah. Oh, man. I hate going out to eat always, forever. I will, like, always say no to going out to eat. Okay. Here's my tipping settings. Right. All set up. Page settings. All set. Yeah, that was the problem. Okay. That explains why a few things did not work. What is my tip page URL? That's why I fucked up. Kobeski, what's up? Thanks for joining. Good to have you. Jakku. Hello? Is the most I'll give to Jakku. I'm totally fixing my stuff while just chatting. But the upside is I realized what I broke. I just don't know how to get the URL I need now. There it is. All right. Go back to my panels. Edit the shiz. Boom. There it is. All right, now the tipping panel works. That's gonna work. That's gonna let the tip alerts work now. That's gonna let you donate less than $5. I think that fixes everything now. Let me know if something's stupid. I might not do anything about it, but you can let me know if something is stupid. Besides Peter Lowe and his stupid whitelist. Jack, did you see what Peter Lowe did? I was just talking about customer service and how people don't actually know what they want. And Peter Lowe does not understand that. All right, let's get to the workbench here. Ugh. All right, passwords for days. I used to have that little fix-it animation when I was on the garbage alerts provider. Get this over here. All right. I gotta fix my old animations. I don't know if there's hardware hacking on this channel. I mean, what do you define as hardware hacking? Making hardware that doesn't work? Sure, yes, that's what we're doing. All right, over the workbench. Hey, cool, it does. Oh no. Hang on. Fucking almost. There we go. Grim checking the tips. It's working. Get the camera. There we go. Yes. I always forget to lock the rotation on that one. Wow, that is not. Let's back that up. Warm it up, Chris. Yeah, all right. And I'll get a little ding over here. I have like double alerts set up for checking this tips. Okay. How's that? Now the freaking... Why does the social media bar not work? Oh. I see why. Because there's two of them. Why is this so dark? Why did I do that? I remember doing that. Why didn't anyone say anything? There. You guys. All right. Cool. Everything's working. Look at that. This is nuts. Just the tips. Okay. So, what are we doing today? We got, Nethawks. Everyone's throwing down the 1337. I should put a $100 option in there because everyone's picking the highest one. Why did I limit myself? I fight with Jakku about this all the time with Ghost Express because he wants ghosts to cost like $100, and I'm like, nobody will pay $100, and then we set it to $100, and everybody pays $100, and I don't know what to do about that. It makes me feel weird in my insides. not Jakku. That's his superpower. Is he lets other people be dumb. Yeah, hang on. I'm going to edit this tipping page now that you guys are tipping so much. Hang on. What should I put? What weird amount? Should I do $69? The weed number? What weird tip amounts should we have? $885. $100 in free shipping as a tip. Oh yeah, these are all good. I'm gonna add all these. Let me see if it'll let me add that many. Okay. I gotta remember where that just was. Edits. Minimum amount. Yeah, that's not what I need. Design. Nope. Oh, here we go. Okay, so what are we looking at? 885. I don't get. Oh, yes. Oh, it's the weed number. 42. I'm doing the 42 because we're gonna do 420.69 next. Oh, I can only have 5. Let's get rid of the 420. $426. I've got 690, 1337, 885, 42, and 420.69. There you go. That's a nice. That was the end of that sentence, I guess. All right. Whatever the current price of a Netflix subscription is, I don't care because I don't have Netflix. Because I'm not going to pay that. I tried to do things the right way. And when Netflix wanted to charge me $20 a month for 1,400 Asian ladies comedy stand-ups. Hard pass. Let's hook this bitch up. But yeah, thank you everyone for tipping. The dog, etc. It's not great. Fitz is not great. Maybe he'll come in. Oh, I'm going to open the door because maybe he'll come in here. Hang on. All right. I got, all right, I took an extra break there. Sorry. But you know what I got? Melamine. I will play that later. It might not work. That was a little kind of upset. There we go. Anyway, that's going to be fun. Yeah. He fits. Come here. Come here, buddy. Oh, I got a dog. So this is what we're trying to fix here. Trying to fix old Fitz. He's fallen apart. His face is a mess, as you can see. He's going bald. This is just... I've been working on giving him like a comb over. It's not great. But he's a good doggo. He's a way better doggo than he used to be. And I'm waiting to hear back to see if the surgery is gonna actually be worth doing. I sent some pictures and asked a few more questions. If it's not worth doing, he's not gonna get better. And so then we gotta figure out what to do. Fitz, what should we do? He doesn't know. I should put a little tipping link there, because I think a lot of people don't know how to tip. But how about dog stream? People like dog stream? Is that still a thing? Can you sniff? Do it sniff. Oh, that's a good sniff. Alright, I'm gonna fix that bot and then we'll fix a Dreamcast. Here's a dog. Okay. Come on now. Oh, that rotation lock. Why didn't you guys tell me to? Okay. Hello, Fitz. Hot day. Is it 90 degrees where everyone else lives too? It's good enough. All right. Let's dive in. Let's do a dream casting. Let's cast some dreams. You gotta get down, bud. Yes. 83 here. Currently in the burbs. Yeah, we're gonna dismantle the Dreamcast. That's the most I'm gonna promise you. After that, I don't know what to tell you. So, what's a good angle here? Word on this one is that it has three broken controller ports. That seems weird. These do have a tendency to they have a fuse on the controller board that all these ports plug into. Oh, these look kind of dirty. There's a fuse on that board that these all connect to that blows all the time, but that wouldn't cause you to have like 3 ports that don't work. Just doing a visual inspection. Looking for things that are cracked, bent, out of alignment. Looks good in there. Looks dirty as hell, but it looks not broken. Cheeto dust. Yeah, might explain why one little... That's a booger. That's not Cheeto dust. That's definitely a snot. They did not say which one worked, so we get to play that stupid game. Well, of course, these are PS2 mod chips. This is the shit I have just floating around. Anybody like just find PS2 mod chips on their floor? Don't even need those anymore. So the game Oh, hey, I got a tip from Nick. Did I acknowledge Nick? Did that come in? So I got it over here. It may have. Let's see. Anyway, thanks, Nick. Anyway, yeah, so the game we get to play is This Broken? I know I said it's broken, and the person I bought it from said it's broken, but that person lives on the internet. And we know how that goes. So, as we've seen from at least one console, really, I mean, two if you want to count those last PS2s. The other one was like only, the thing that was broken was not what they said was broken. This might be fine. I have a known working controller, thanks to Jakku. And I also got a game from Jakku, which I realized later on was dumb, because one of the big flaws with the Dreamcast was that it can just play, you can just burn your games to a disc. It has no copyright checking. You could just burn games. Well, not all of them. The final revision of the Dreamcast did add copy protection. But this one did not. I have, I loaded a button checker that I found on there. So we're going to see if the button checker works. It is still good to have a real game, though, in case you're dealing with, like, laser issues. If your laser's getting weak, it'll have trouble reading CDRs. And so if you're just trying to see what the heck is even broken on this, having a real game from a pressed disc is good. But I mean, let's just see if it works on the CDR right out of the gate, because if it does read a CDR, that means, you know, your laser is in pretty good shape. You used to need some niche program to burn them. Yeah, you used to need Disc Juggler. Remember Disc Juggler? And I can't remember why, but I know it was because Dreamcast rips were always in a CDI file format. I don't know why that is. I did know. I do not remember anymore. Someone could go look that one up. But why did you need Disc Juggler? You no longer do. Image Burn does it just fine. I want to say it's because the discs were written backwards, but I know that was how the GameCube worked. But maybe also this. Oh. Jakku's got it. GD-ROM files were slightly bigger than CDs, and so you needed that overburn protection, right? GD-ROMs would go out to 80 minutes, 700 megs? Plus, I guess. This one clearly doesn't, but yeah. The official standard for CDRs was 650, or CDs in general. That anything over that 650 burned out to the outer edge. And the reason they didn't want you to use that outer edge is because the crystals that they would smash into these discs would get a little wonky all the way that far out. But as production quality increased, just getting 700 megs, 80 minutes out of a disc got really easy. There 1 gig, people would recompress video and audio to get... Oh. There you go. So the GD-ROMs were its own spec that were 1 gig. People would recompress to fit down onto the 700s. Anyway, cool. The spinning backwards was not protection in any way. People thought it was, but it's false. Jakku, did these spin backwards, or was that just the GameCube? Anyway, let's try this one out. Plug in a controller. Let's get a window up here. Oh, should already be there. All right. Is that plugged in? Yep. Let's get some power. Totally new concept. Jakku's had me listening to George Carlin for like a whole day now. Yeah, I had a massive spindle. I definitely had a spindle of 100 Dreamcast games that I definitely threw right in the garbage like 10 years ago. Pretty sure it did spin backwards. We're going to find out. Find it right now. Spin in and open it. No, it is spinning the normal direction. I could educate you the words that can't be used on broadcast television, although a lot of those are no longer true. Oh, wow. The fan on this thing is noisy as hell. Here. Maybe not. It's slightly grindy. We'll look into that. We might grease it up. It's not... I can't remember if this is just how loud they were. I don't like the idea of replacing the fans in these things with like crazy new fans, because often they don't need it. I mean, like if your fan's wrecked, yeah, but like people are putting $20 fans in these things, and they like these are meant to last with the $3 fans that came with. You don't need the $20 fan. Maybe if you're putting it like in the, locking it, even if you're locking it in a cabinet, like garbage in, garbage out, if you're putting too hot of air into it, how fast you push that air through only has a little bit of an effect on how fast this unit burns out. Anyway, where is my window? There he is. No video. Oh. That's why. Okay. Got a dead battery for sure. We know how that went last time. We'll fix it. I got a better solution for it this time. But let's see. Okay, controller port 1 works. So that's good. 2 is okay. All right, so already the dude's a liar, because he said 3 of these don't work. Port 4 working. Port 3 works. Port 4 works. Wow, that's pretty funny. Maybe he had a Cheeto controller. Why do I keep getting functional? I paid nothing for this and it works. If you guys want to buy old consoles, just buy broken ones, because they're not broken. Alright, well, let's just call it a day and boot off our button. Let's see if it reads discs. Totally reads discs. Sees there's a disc in there. Sounds fine while it's reading discs. If the VMU was the problem, it would be messing with then it would be a controller issue, because this is just USB on the Dreamcast, as far as I remember. I think USB with some extra power. Maybe not. Timiverse, what's up? Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, anyway, so this test program, all right, so it thinks I'm player 1 for some reason, but yeah, cool. All looks good. Let me give it a wiggle. Oh. I wiggled it and it like, oh. That, I think. Hang on a sec. Dog doctor is on the phone. All right. Sorry about that, everyone. That was the doggo's primary vet, and she says they don't know. The issue is that his face condition seems to be getting worse, or maybe has plateaued. And I was trying to figure out, he was on a fuck ton of prednisone before, and that's really bad. And I was saying, well, we kind of got him off of it. Should we increase it back up? And they're saying that it's not really clear that it's going to help anything. And everything he's on is kind of not really going to help much. And she's kind of out of ideas. Upside is we've got dog hospital people on it, a dermatologist, and he actually needs dental surgery. He has a fistula, and go Google what a fistula is. It's not what you think. It's still a nightmare. It's when the soft palate in the roof of your mouth gets infected and dies away, and then you get a hole between the roof of your mouth and your nasal cavity, and there's just a hole there, and I can open his mouth and see it, and then like food gets in there and stuff, and that's just a dream come true. And so that's what he has to have surgery for. Well, the surgery is because his jawbone, where his teeth go into, well, he's got no more teeth going into because the jawbone is rotting away, and they have to get in there and they have to grind away all of the rotting bone, and then take all of his gum tissue and pull it over what's left of the bone and stitch it to the other end of the fistula hole. This needs needs to be more than an 18 and over stream, because this is gross. And then he's got to heal from that. And nobody knows if what's going on with his face is at all even related to that. So he may go through this incredibly expensive surgery, which, by the way, they say has like a 30% chance of not needing a second surgery, which is another $4,000. And this is we're on the fence about this, but so like there's a chance that we're going to do the surgery, and then he still can't breathe, and his face is still rotting away. So Monday, Tuesday, we should hear more. Thursday's when his surgery is scheduled. So next week, either we're going to do that, or we're going to have to make the hard decision about his quality of life and the best course of action for him. Y'all know what I mean. So thanks for joining. Thanks for hanging out. Real exciting, happy stream today. I don't know who's still here. I don't have a viewer count up. I don't stare at that, but yeah. Wow, Nick, I am looking at all of your icons, and I have been off Twitch so long that I can't remember. What is the predicted blue 2 icon? What is the GLHF, the good luck have fun pledge? Oh, lots of people have that. Timmyverse has that. What is this? Somebody get me up to speed on what the hell Twitch does these days. Is anyone still here? Probably not. Well, let's get back to what's interesting in the meantime. So, I appreciate everyone's concern, though. It does suck. So where we left off was... I do this because it keeps my mind off staring at this poor dog who's sleeping on the floor right here. This is for you, buddy. He's the best dog. He just lays here. The 2 is because one of your mods started a prediction to gamble their channel points on which port was bad. Oh, I didn't see that. Is that not something I see? All right. GLHF is a pledge. What is a pledge? In support for inclusive gaming communities. Who wouldn't support that? That seems weird. I don't know, and I understand we know who wouldn't support that. It's just stuff like that is always so baffling to me. Because it's like, I think everybody should be able to get together and in a universal agreement that video games are fun and cool and weird and a great time, and just a baffling, like, consider the art form that is video games, and the fact that there is no like group of people, no way that you could segregate a group of people that comes down to these people don't like video games. Everyone. And great, yeah, it's because there's all kinds of video games and they're designed to, you know, attack the core part of how we function as an animal, and they, you know, provide us with dopamine fixes. We know that's why. We're not going to talk about that. Who out there is like, orange people shouldn't be allowed to play video games? That's fucked up. Yeah. I could see people wanting to turn that off too. But neat. Do whatever you like. Let's see what port is bad. So where we left off was I was wiggling this and I wasn't pulling it in and out. I was going up and down. And and this was cutting out. There. All right. Tempted to do a prediction on whether I'd notice a prediction. You shoulda. Hey, you got a little dinosaur now. Hey, did you guys know that Jacku and I will be speaking at TwitchCon Amsterdam? Who from chat's going to be at TwitchCon Amsterdam? Probably nobody. All right, let's try port 3. Oh, that's... I'm just wiggling the cord. That's bad news. Okay. All right. Yeah, guess what the flight cost? It's a good story. All right, so we clearly got a problem here. I'm going to try 1 because everyone predicted 2. It's working. 1 is solid as shit. That's pretty... Oh, got a little blink, but I'm really going nuts on this thing. Oh, 2? Yeah, 2's wonky. Alright, I think 2's not that bad, though. Alright, so y'all were wrong. The correct answer was port 1 seems to be the best. Well, so it wasn't that they didn't say the ports don't work. They said well, yeah, they did say the ports don't work. They said three broken controller ports, and so I think that this falls under broken controller ports. Although 2's pretty stable. 3 seems to be the worst. So this is probably the ports, the solder cracking and the ports lifting off the board. We'll take a look at that, or they're just dirty. It's weird because like for 3 of these to be cracked off the board, like, you know how that happens. You got, you know, a controller plugged in and you yank it the wrong way. We've all done it to our laptops in the past 20 years. You'd have to have all 3 of these and then yank all 3 of them that hard. Like, who even has 4 Dreamcast controllers plugged in ever? Maybe if it was on the floor and he had 4 plugged in, maybe somebody stepped on them would cause that. You gotta really stomp on it, though. But, like, could it just be that they're just dirty? Either way, we know that clock battery is old and bad. We're gonna dive in here anyway and replace it, and we're going to take a look at the controller board because the clock battery's on the same board, I think, if I recall. Yeah, who has 4 Dreamcast controllers? I had 0. I had to borrow one from Jacku. Maybe his controller's wonky and that's the problem. Yeah. But yeah, we're going to Europe. So a couple months ago, I was in Michigan for work. I forgot to bring my screwdrivers over. Hang on. Hi, doggo. He's such a good dog now. He used to be an absolute nightmare, and now he's just like the best dog, and it's very sad. Right out of the gate. Thanks, passwords for days. Spudger's usually in here. Oh. There you go. Oh yeah, Tammyverse, I forgot you're in England. Come on down, come hang out. Jeku's gonna be there a long time, like way longer than me. I'm just going for the weekend. Let's see, what kind of... Oh, these are just Phillips. Oh no, they're deep down in there though. Yeah. Yeah. Need the extension. It's gonna be kind of awkward. Easier to do it this way. Thicker bit. Yeah, so I was in Michigan for work. This thing kind of... Oh, it clips in. Oh, no. Why? That doesn't fit either. Let's see. Does it not fit? No, it does. It barely gets in there. I was in Michigan for work. And I was in Grand Rapids, which is like hour and a half from Chicago. 90-minute drive without traffic. But it was work, so I get to fly. I'm at the airport, and they do that thing where they're like, hey, we need anyone who's willing to take a later flight, we'll give you the travel credit. Like, first off, if you can, always take those, because it's free money. They're not a scam. This is the modem adapter, by the way. Telephone line, modem adapter. I wonder if that's worth anything. The reason that happens is that the airlines do the gym membership thing, where they sell more seats than actually exist, and they assume that 5% of people won't show up. And it's usually the case. But every now and then, everyone shows up. Or the other thing is they had to cancel flights earlier in the day, bump some people, and now there's not enough seats for those people, and they don't want to make their pissed off customers even more pissed off. So, that one's not coming out. So they offer you some money to help them out. And you can go in the app, and you can tell them how much money you want in order to accept it. This one's deep in there. Oh, come on. And I put in like $1,000. 15 minutes later, they call my name. And I'm like, oh, I got $1,000. They call me up. The dude's like, yeah, you want to take a later flight? And I was like, you know what, man? It's an hour and a half. Can I get the travel credit but not have to take the later flight and I can just drive home? And he goes, yeah, you do whatever you want. I'm like, yeah, do it. So I just bum around. I wait for the plane to board. And the dude who's like, he's not even a gate agent. He's like a baggage handler. He's hanging out and he's writing me all up. And he looks in the computer, and I guess the computer tells him like what the maximum they're allowed to like offer is, and it was $1,500. And he's like, "Oh man, I'm just gonna give you $1,500." $1,500 to take a 90-minute car ride. And like, holy crap. So I'm like, yeah. And then like I confirm, like they gave me $1,500 travel credit. And I go down to go rent a car. And I did not have a credit card with my name on it. And they would not rent me a car. Which is very sad. But so I had to go back into the airport, and then I just took the later flight, which was like I just had to wait another 90 minutes, and then it's like an hour flight. So really, I got home an hour later than I might have driving. This one screw is too deep in here. Let's see if I got something else. I don't know. No. Oh. So anyway, I'm looking into it. I get home and I'm like, wow, I got $1,500. Where are my little screwdrivers? Oh, they're in the new thing I built. Now that I made a mess. Hang on. There's bound to be one in here. So I'm like, where am I going to go? Because you have to spend it all at once. This Dreamcast, I don't know, I probably bought it in like March or April. Recently. Definitely recently. Oh, this will work. This one? Who remembers Compaq? I have had this screwdriver since I worked in the computer repair shop at Micro Center. Early 2000s. Late 1999 is when I started there. Yeah. Yeah, Nick, I just go online and buy broken stuff. Most of the time it's not broken. But, yeah, so then a few days later, Jacko was like, hey, you want to go speak at TwitchCon Amsterdam? And I'm like, I bet the flight will be free. And so it took forever for them to confirm, to get back to us and say, hey, yes, you will be speaking here. Here is when. Go to book the flight, and it's like $1,300, which is insane. Because we used to go to China for like $400. All right, let's see what's going on here. So we're looking at this guy. It's a controller board. I think I can... No, I can't pull this out ahead of time. Here's the battery that goes bad. That is bad. Let's pull that board out. So, for that $1,500, yeah, hang on, Timmyverse. I got a better one for you. For a $1,500 flight voucher, I got to go to the Netherlands. I got to upgrade my seats a little bit. Paid for all of that. And because my job involves traveling the world and speaking about security, I get to expense some of that hotel. So almost going for free. Then today, I had to, I got to go to Idaho. It was kind of near Denver. And I said, all right, let's buy plane ticket for stupid Idaho Falls. Do you know what a ticket from Chicago to Idaho Falls costs? which is like less than half the distance to the Netherlands. Ticket to Idaho Falls from Chicago costs $1,300. So that had to happen. At least work pays for that one. But that was stupid. Do I do many talks in the UK? I wouldn't say I do many. If you know of any places that are trying to bring in robust, experienced information security evangelists to come speak, I am more than happy to coordinate getting out there. Definitely hook it up. If y'all want to hang out with me, that's the best way. Figure out how I can come speak at a conference or deliver a workshop. I deliver lots of trainings out by y'all, and then we can hang out. All right, got this board out. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at everything else while we're in here. This is all power supply. Looks really good. Again, another very clean unit. A little bit of rust, a little corrosion on there. That's kind of normal. Capacitors look like they're in good shape. Yeah, plane tickets are really bad right now. Absolutely. That's what's going on. It makes no sense either because they're like, oh, it's the oil prices. One, airlines buy their oil like 20 years in advance. So no. B, if it was like a gas cost issue, it would be more expensive for me to fly to the Netherlands than to Idaho Falls. And both the planes were full, by the way. So it wasn't like, oh, I'm the one person on the plane. Of course it's more expensive. These were full flights. So, what's up? The other side of it is the airlines are they're trying to recoup costs for everything they lost the past 3 years. Kind of valid. Some of them were pushing bankruptcy. Some were fine. Two, a lot of them, I don't know, this is kind of not the case anymore, but the big problem is a lot of them lost a lot of staff lost a lot of flights because the FAA requires you to have a minimum skeleton crew per flight, and with everyone constantly calling off because they had COVID, they were canceling. Like American was canceling 100 flights a day at one point, like just recently, like end of last year. And then they just lost a lot of people. I've been noticing on flights lately, we've got a lot of new flight attendants. I don't know. Couldn't say exactly why. That's for Congress to figure out. Anyway, capacitors look good. This is something that always goes bad. You could tell these are going bad if they get domed. These scores, it's kind of like peace symbol. These little scores in the top are actually there intentionally so that if the electrolytic fluid inside of here starts to boil over, the top will break and it will pool in the top and pool down the sides of the capacitor, and hopefully not cause much of an issue, versus, because it's usually not much leaks out, versus if it breaks anywhere else, it can pool on the board, and it's acidic, it's extremely corrosive, it'll eat through the circuit board, it'll cause a nightmare of problems, it'll lift traces, it'll wreck things. So you definitely want them to break up here. That's why they're designed that way. I'm just looking to see if they're leaking anywhere from the bottom anyway. Looking from the side to see if there's any of them are bulging. You can see they're all perfectly flat. That bulging is what you want to catch. I don't see any corrosive materials anywhere on this board. That looks really good. That's a great looking power conditioning board. I'm gonna leave it alone. Laser appeared to be working okay. Read the CDR just fine. We're not going to screw with that. Repairing a laser assembly, practically impossible. Usually you just replace them, so that's good. It's not dusty. It's not dirty. The fan even doesn't look that bad, but we'll take that fan out. It's right here. Might have just been loud because it's right there. But we'll take it out and clean it off. Let's see. It's in a little shroud here. How does it come out? Oh, it's screwed in this way. Wow, that's a long screw. Dreamcast keeps resetting itself. Clean the pins before and eventually it started doing it again from last use. Cleaned what pins did you clean? Real fine dust in there. Let me get my canned air. I forgot to eat dinner. So y'all get to listen to me eat some pistachios. It's good stream content. Great snack. Protein, fat. Fills you up. Let's see. 1 inch you have issue. Okay, so I asked what pins. Power supply gold pins. Power supply gold pins. What? Whatever is gold pins. Gold pins. I don't see any gold pins. Tell me what I'm looking for. Hey, Hero Complex, welcome back. Sad you couldn't eat pizza while watching us. Such is life. Timmyverse, if your machine keeps resetting itself, I would check the capacitors, like I said, on the power board here, to see if any of them are doming. Because even if they're not leaking, if they're kind of bubbling up, that means they don't have the capacity that they did have. And that would definitely cause an intermittent power issue, which could definitely cause the Dreamcast to reset itself. I don't think it's a transformer, because that wouldn't make sense. Look for that. Like I said, look for any fluid leaking out of any of those. But that's almost always the case with like random power flicks like that. Shake it without the disc in it and see if that causes a problem. That'll tell you something's loose, but yeah, but check your capacitors. And then other than that, I mean, it sounds like could be an overheating issue. So make sure your fan's working. Check your fan. And then we're not going to do it, but the Dreamcast is kind of a stupid thermal setup. Your motherboard, your everything, your CPU, all of that is underneath here. And I don't think we really need to get in there. It's all underneath here. So we have to remove this and then get down there. Check for dust and crap down there. Check the thermal pads, clean them off between the components and this thing, which acts as the heat sink to pull the heat away. But it sounds like a heat issue, and so like if even like I said, the capacitors, if they're starting to dome, bubble up, heat makes the problem worse. So yeah. Or send it to me. Although I can't imagine what that would cost. Let's clean this fan out here. Get my eyebrow brush. Makeup brushers, absolute best thing for cleaning consoles. Look at that. Found the pins. It's what's near the controller port. It's on the bottom right side of the board. Here's your controller port. This ribbon? Or these guys? That was just the fan. Oh, do you mean this bottom right side? You probably meant that because that's on the power board. Yeah. Okay. The hell plugs into that? I know what it is, but oh, I know what that is. It's already plugged in, is what it is. I understand the thinking. It's hard for those to get dirty enough to cause a problem because, I mean, it's metal to metal, so you'd have to get so much dust in between the metal that's already pressed to metal to cause a problem. Or corrosion. Corrosion, maybe, but you, like, and you know what? I don't know where you live, like, but if you live near the ocean, like, salty, humid air can accelerate that kind of corrosion. And all that aside, the amount, like, this pushes some pretty high voltage through here. It's pretty high amperage. And that means that they can get pretty damn messed up before they start failing. That being said, it's an easy thing to check and clean and fix. So certainly, you know, take a crack at it. But I can't imagine that happens a lot. Although if you looked it up, it must happen pretty often. So that aside, it sounds like you've got a power related and or overheating issue. So like I said, check your capacitors. And then there's generally take it apart, clean it out, clean your thermal pads, put some fresh thermal paste. I can't remember if this uses pads or paste. If it uses pads, just clean them, put them back. If it uses paste, put some clean paste in. But yeah. Anyway, let's get this back out. Well, we were working on the fan. This is, you really want to use a brush for this because canned air doesn't really, like, dust gets sticky. Dust is made of stuff, and that stuff can be sticky stuff. Write that down. Dust is made of stuff. And sometimes stuff is sticky. So your best bet, if at all possible, is really to get in there with a brush and clean it that way. Instead of just assuming your can of refrigerant is gonna do it all for you. Definitely it's great for getting into places where the brushes can't. Listening for clicking. If you hear little clicks or grinding, that's the bearings in it grinding. You can try lubing it sometimes, but usually that's already bad. This is a fun sound in general. Overall looks good. No, this fan is great. I think that's all it needed. I meant to pick up some higher viscosity oil to put in fans, but this is great. That wobble is really a really good sign. That's what you want. You want a good wobble. This fan's fine. I'm not going to mess with it. Don't fix it if it ain't broke. That's an important tip. Clean it if it's dirty. But, okay, cool. So, let's clean out this fan shroud. Makeup brush. I wish I could find ones that weren't pink, but here we are. Gotta remember which direction. Let's see. Shroud goes in. Which way? That way. Fan pulls cold air in to pressurize the case. Most fans will have two arrows on the outside, one showing the direction they spin and one showing the direction of airflow. This has neither. So I'm just going to plug it back in real quick and see which way it spins. I think I know, but better off to confirm. All right. Oh. Make sure you plug both sides of the ribbon cable in. Wow, that one really is difficult to make sure you got it. Do you have a power supply? You could energize it. Nah, I'm gonna just use this. There we go. All right. Flows in the direction of the label, which is normal, but you don't ever want to assume. All right, and so we know almost always the fan pulls cold air in versus blowing hot air out. You do that to pressurize the case, and that keeps because if the fan was just sucking hot air out, it creates a vacuum, and that cold air has to come in through some way, and that means that it's going to be sucking in air through all the cracks and things, meaning dust is going to get in through every little crack because this is not an airtight unit, and then you get everything covered on dust inside. So you always want to make sure, in most cases, you want to... Rare occasion I've seen it vary, but most cases, fan pulls cold air in. So you at least learned one thing today. So the fan shroud goes like that, so we're going to mount fan back in this way. Ah, nope. Okay. So, this is cool. We did this. In this Dreamcast, it is actually that rare occasion where the fan is blowing hot air out. How did I know that? Cable routing. This is the only way that the cable routes properly. Otherwise, it was going to get crimped in there. And two, once they put it in this way, it's real easy to see. Oh yeah, that's right where it was. So, cool. And hot. And there we go. Weird. It's the way it is. You can fit the fan the other way, but it's going to be pretty obvious pretty fast that that's not what you should be doing. So get this back together for now, just so it's there and done. Oh, we were asking about Linux and Windows CE earlier. Yeah, this the Dreamcast by default ran Windows CE. That was the operating system that it ran on. In fact, I recall. There it is. Yeah. Get that in frame without messing with my camera, but boom. Compatible with. Ahead of its time. I don't know. Windows CE was kind of like dead on right here, but yeah. So yeah, Dreamcast ran Windows. Centennial Edition. Windows Me. That was the place to be. I liked Windows Me. It introduced WDM drivers, which is the way to go. Got rid of plug and play, which sucked. Had cool visuals. It was a nice makeover. It blue screened constantly, especially when it was new. Windows Media Center. I think Windows Media Center came out around the same time. And you could run... Yeah, they were really trying to push your PC to be your media center. Remember those days. Now your TV is. All right, where were we? Controller board. There it is. Pull this back out. Let's see what we got. Hi, Fitz. We got a doggo. Yeah, they discontinued that. There's really no reason to use your computer as a media center anymore. It's like using a car to go to the bathroom. It's just a lot of overhead, a lot of stuff that can go wrong and make things run really slow. And there's much more efficient ways of doing it. Especially with how cheap dedicated hardware is. Like a cheapo Roku box or an old Apple TV. Yeah. Big pain in the ass to set up. Alright, so we're looking at... Oh. Oh. Oh, that's funny. It shows up way better on stream than in person. Oh, that's right. That 2x doesn't like to focus. Come on. I never fixed that. Anyway. Here we are. So, yeah. Is this Flux? Or is this Coca-Cola? I think it's Flux. No, I don't know. That's hard to tell. We're going to clean that off either way. I don't think that's Flux. It's just not sticky, but... Anything on the top to indicate where that came from if it was a spill? This is all corroded. This should be shiny. This should be shiny aluminum. You can see where the corrosion's happening on the edge. So, not inherently a problem, but it's a sign that there was a lot of moisture in here. Upside is these things are really resilient. They're made to be beat up game consoles. They're made to handle the occasional Coke. Timmyverse, I have cleaned Coca-Cola and coffee out of laptops. Hero Complex, does it still work? Is it sitting in a bag of rice right now? A lot of modern keyboards have a membrane underneath, so you can just, yeah, flip them over. And you know what really causes a big problem with spills? If you can turn it off right away, then just let it dry out, and you're fine. Because you can put, you can put electronics in the dishwasher. I have regularly put motherboards in the dishwasher. You can put a keyboard in the dishwasher, just as long as it dries out. What causes the big problem is sugar. And I think that's what we're looking at here. Because it's still conductive. It creates a conductive layer that just stays there and it doesn't evaporate. It's on a towel. Throw it in a bag of rice. That really works. The bag of rice trick. Put it in a bag of rice overnight. I fixed a laptop that way. Took like 2 days. But if it's just a keyboard, like just a mechanical keyboard, you're probably gonna be fine. You should be great. Honestly, you could put that mechanical switch keyboard right in the dishwasher. Not even joking. Monk fruit sweetener. I don't know. I don't think so because it's still a sugar. I don't know. That's a good one. We should test it. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get it. I have tons of different artificial sweeteners here. We should see which ones will still wreck your electronics. It will be gross. You should rinse it out. Submerge it in a sink of water. Shake it around. Shake all the water out. Stick it in a bag of rice. Or really, you can just let it air dry for a couple days. But yeah, I think what might be happening here is we actually do have corrosion inside of these, and really that's the problem. So maybe we could have fixed this from the outside, but we still have to replace this battery that we know is bad. I don't think... I'm trying to see how easily this comes off. Just a little flimsy piece of plastic. Is it adhesive? It is adhesive. Oh, wow, that's sticky on that side, and this side's totally dry. Wonder if that's the Coke. Or I think... Yeah, there's a... Oh, no, it's just that side dried out. Yeah, these are all shielded. You don't want to pry open that shielding. So, before I order up new ports, let's try cleaning the whole board off, cleaning all the contacts in all of these. We'll replace the battery. Ooh, that's a lot of corrosion on that leg, which doesn't matter as long as the contact is good. Man, yes, definitely some kind of liquid got in here. Let's see. Always want to check what the flow might have looked like. So generally it's like, you know, nobody has this upright and then they spill liquid this way. They have it this way and they spill liquid here. So it had to like get in this way or sprayed on it somehow. Otherwise got in this way. And, oh, and then maybe they just cleaned it out. But really, yeah. Oh, that looks like pooled liquid. Oh, yeah, that's sticky. Okay. Yep, so somebody spilled liquid in this way. Actually looks like came in from the back and pulled forward. Which is good. You want to look for that forensic evidence to make sure that you search other places where that liquid could have ended up, so you clean those too. But looking through here, we already did give it a good gander. It looks really good. Like you would see the liquid pooling, all, you know, just even little speckles, and I don't see anything. I see a little flux. That's normal. Like around, that's, you can see that's around every hole. That's flux. That's from the soldering. That's fine. This is not a dream coaster. We will fix this. The very worst, all we got to do is replace these. But I don't think that's necessary. I think we can fix this today. Let's... I'm gonna get a bigger... maybe we don't need it. I want to get one of those rubber mats. All the cool YouTubers use. Let's use some deoxit, some D5. This stuff is the best. Removes oxidation, improves connections. Hell, this is what we want, isn't it? Hang on a sec here. This is bothering me. Anyone else feel like I look really yellow? Am I nuts? Solvent. Solve it with solvent. There we go. Somewhere in the middle. Right? Want a little bit of a tan. There. Is that better? I mean, part of it is because screen gives off a lot of yellow that's in front of me, but I got a white light in here. Let's do this. I got that LUT, but I'm going to add another color corrector. There we go. Add a little contrast. Not too much. That saturation down. Hey. Yeah, it is the it's the night shift, it's called on Mac. but I turned it off and I'm still yellowy. There we go. That's a little more natural. I do have a little bit of red in my face. But that's what I look like. Stop picking on me. How's that? We like it? Yeah, the green wall. Yeah, but... Man. This wall. For those who don't know about the magic wall, this. Don't do this. Don't paint your wall this color. It's horrible. I have to look at this all day, even when I'm not doing this, because it's still there. With a curtain, you can get rid of it. I was like, oh, just paint the wall. It's easier. It looks real nice. Looks like shit. Don't ever paint your wall. But the shirt's intentional, because I thought it was kind of staticky and cool. It's like TV static. Yeah, I painted. Don't. Yep. Don't do it. All right, try some deoxit on this. And this stuff's cool. You spray it right in there. Right on the contacts. Yeah, it wasn't even streaming. I did it at the beginning of the pandemic. No, that's bad. These fit in there? No. When my work went virtual and I teach classes. And so when I started having to teach virtually, I was like, well, we're going to do this right. We're going to make it look good, because I was already absolutely sick of everybody's absolute shit set up. And like having to look at other people with shit setups, and I was like, I'm not going to be that person. And so I was like, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to paint the wall. Don't paint the wall. That is not the right way. Answorth, what's up? Good to see you. 23 months from Answorth. Almost at that 2-year point. Now these are, I got to get more of these. I like these, but I think I kind of overused them. Haven't seen you in a while, Answorth. Was it more expensive to paint the wall than getting a cloth? Yes. Because I also paid someone to do it so that it would be right. I think the can of paint was like $30. Man, I need something to get in there with. Let me just try the old eyebrow brush. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, it does look good. It's just I gotta stare at this thing all day. And like it does reflect. So like the light source is there. The wall's illuminated, which means green light reflects back, which is how you get this green and like the shadows back here. See little green tints? That's the green light reflecting off that wall, which probably happens with a curtain anyway. I don't know how. Oh, I mean, I do know how people avoid that. They like ultra light themselves, and I don't care that much. I think this looks great as it is compared to all the other garbage people. Because after you do like remote training, watch some webinar trash, and you can't believe, like, you look at this person and you go, how is this your job? How is this your job? And you won't even spring for an okay camera. Like, I can't handle that. Answorth, I think you and I just came back to Twitch at the same time, is what it is. This is like my 3rd week back. So you didn't miss anything. I think you were there for my last drone stream. Hero Complex, it's one of those things where when you're new, you get too deep into it. You overanalyze everything. You try 1,000 things. You think the problem is your hardware. You think your problem is your software. You desperately try to get everything to be perfect and look beautiful. And then over time, what happens is like when you go back and you start watching like the other streamers you like that you're trying to emulate, you realize, oh, they don't have that great of a setup. They're just pretty good. It's just not their laptop webcam, so it looked way better. Most of them, like, oh no, I broke it. What are we gonna do, guys? I'm gonna have to buy another 99-cent eyebrow brush. No, this is actually better. Most of those streamers, they don't even adjust their audio. They just buy a good mic and they're like, that's it. That's what we sound like. You just go back and listen. There's echoes, background noise, and it's fine, and you like it. Because it's not a problem, because if you have good content, the quality of your setup is not important. What you want to shoot for is just making sure that the quality of your setup is not so low that it distracts from what you're doing. That's the goal. That's what I consider perfect. Does nobody notice that your setup is bad? And you're all set. My setup's bad. This is a webcam. This is not some mirrorless DSLR. I'm not gonna pay for $1,000 for a freaking camera just to stick me in this corner for a picture this big where I'm not even the point anyway. That's stupid. I painted the wall green, $30 can of paint. The light is the ceiling light in this room. Kind of lucked out on that. I did adjust the temperature and put brighter bulbs in. This mic, this is the AT2020, pretty standard. Great bang for the buck, but $60 used. And then you just tune. All the audio plugins I use are free. So, what am I using? Here, hang on. I don't even remember where is my audio hijack. I got a denoise, a built-in denoise, a noise gate. Yeah, noise gate, EQ, and a compressor. That's all I use. And the denoiser. That's it. Spend a half hour tweaking them. That's it. And this is just OBS. Stock OBS. And here we are. Yeah, you effed up your lighting by getting an expensive lighting array. The more complex and expensive and hardcore stuff you buy, the more time you have to invest in making it work right. And it sits behind the green screen. That's really effed up. You probably don't need it at all. What if you have a bad setup and shit content? That's 99% of Twitch. Then you're just a Twitch streamer. I'm not going to strap a DSLR to my drone. This camera, this one here, it's my phone. Here. Can you see it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's my phone. So I already had it. Oh, I broke it. Stand by. There it is. Yeah. Just a phone. Works great, right? Mostly great. I can't figure out how to make it focus in one of the modes, but that's my problem. Overheated and got... How the fuck does your phone overheat? I mean, I guess you're near an oven. All right. I mean, we really scrubbed the hell out of this. Spray a little more deoxit. Cool. Let's clean the back of this. This, for the most part, some 99 IPA. I don't know what happens if you call my phone. I think nothing. Nothing should happen. Nothing could. No, because the doctor called, remember? Wow. Wow. Oh my God, this is... Kind of want to taste it. This is soda. This is thick ass, just dissolved and then reconstituted sugar that has like congealed, like formed a hard crystalline structure. Holy crap. Definitely a soda spill here. Stop drinking sugary sodas, kids. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? I don't know why that stuff even exists. You ever tried Coke Zero? It's delicious. Drink Coke Zero. There's a cherry Coke Zero. Pepsi Max has no sugar in it. Cherry Pepsi Max. Oh my God. Like, I know, I get it. Soda tastes good. I love soda. But you don't have to drink the corn syrup garbage. Like, it's just straight up poison. There's nothing in that. Stop. If you're here watching some dude fix game consoles, you probably got a little bit of intelligence in you. You're probably a little bit of a nerd and you're into this stuff. Be smart enough to not poison yourself. Like, what are you, 2? Just drinking antifreeze? Stop. Drink some water. And I know water sucks. Doesn't taste like anything. We grew up on sugary soda, and now water doesn't taste like anything. But they got those little squirt flavorings you can squirt in there. I would never drink an ounce of water if it wasn't for those things. Buy those. They're great. And you know what? They look expensive. You need less than you think you do. Try it out. Hey, there's lots of fake sugar that doesn't suck, Answorth. We were just kicking around the old monk fruit sugar. You know what else I'm super into? Coconut aminos. In place of soy sauce. We had some barbecue flavored coconut aminos. Oh, on some sushi. It was so good. On some flank steak. I think we got all this. Cherry Coke Zero, best of the best. Absolutely, hands down. I will never fight you on that. Plates is the professional health coach. And I am lucky enough to have access to that shit. That's why I'm not dead. And really, like, it's so easy to eat healthy. It's hard to know what to buy. It's all out there, and you don't have to go to weird stores. Jewel, Dominic, whatever the heck your like regular ass Kroger groceries chain is, it's got all the stuff. It's got all the healthiest stuff you could ever eat. You don't have to go to weird, expensive health food store. You just got to know what to get. Remember kale? Remember when Pizza Hut? Wait, remember Pizza Hut? I don't know if Pizza Hut's still around. Freshly made cherry Dr. Pepper from a Sonic drive-in. I can't argue with you on that because that's too niche. I have to go try that now. I will say, like, getting A&W from an A&W restaurant is pretty solid. Pizza Hut is still around. Okay, so Pizza Hut, up until like 2005. I should keep cleaning this instead of yelling at you guys. Although we're pretty good here. I wish I could. I'm mostly using this for the light. But I don't know. Oh, that's good. I know it looks. Those look a little discolored here. That's actually. Those are actually shiny with a little bit of scratches in the center. That's yeah, I think these look way better. So that's cool. I think we're getting somewhere. We likely have gotten somewhere. Let's replace this battery. So remember the battery nightmare we had last time with that PS2? And then hang on, I will get back to what I was talking about. This is another tack welded battery. Sounds like a nightmare. I got something. Got that first off. Look at that. Battery slides in there. So it's a replaceable battery slot. 3 pins. Goes right in there. So we're going to swap that out. That should take care of that. This. So hang on a sec. Yeah. So I've never seen this version of the Katana subboard, but it's called the Katana, by the way. Oh yeah, there you go. It's the Katana subboard. This is the 2. Maybe it's why I haven't seen it. Although that's weird. The version of this I'm used to has a fuse on it that blows all the time. And this does not have a fuse. It has 2 diodes, a capacitor, an LED, and a battery. And that's it. And they look pretty good. I think I'm going to replace this one anyway. It's real. Come on now. Focus. You can do it. He doesn't want to do it. It's real. This should be shiny, this leg. It is not. I have a replacement. So we can swap it real fast. Let's do it. All right. Plans for more drone streams? I think so. I was looking at the Mavic Air 3. It looks really good. But I mean, we don't. The problem with drone streams is it's like they get boring fast, don't they? Like you want to like be somewhere streaming, looking at something. Maybe I'm wrong. Is it fun just flying around a city doing nothing and talking? Let me know. I'll do it. Oh. I put this one away when it was too hot. That's gonna have to get that one out of there. Oh man. There you go. And no plastic on it, that's good. Right, what is best for this? Oh man, I just got one of these. This is cool. I mean, it does work for, you know, just poking the tip down, but it's for increasing how much heat you're laying down. It's for like laying down sideways like that to kind of get a little more heat on stuff. Depending on what you're working on, it's a great tip to have. But for what we're doing today, it's a real tiny points. I'm gonna go with this guy. Oh, I got a new soldering iron, by the way. The other one, the old seed one, was kind of falling apart. I'm really digging this one. I'll tell you why in a sec. Rosin core. Lead core. This tip is really good for when you're using the braid. But I think today the regular pump might work. We're gonna try it out. We're gonna see what happens. So this one, all the features of the old one, but it's got usage detection, so it knows when you put it down, and when you put it down, it'll wait a few seconds and then just turn itself off. You can set how long that takes. There's so many timers in this thing. It has little boost controls, so if you want like a little quick boost of heat, you can hold a button and it'll kick it up an amount of degrees that you specify. This thing has like 30 settings in it. It's great. I should put it in my Amazon thing, but I did not. But and it was like, oh man, these things have gotten so cheap. Do that there. Flux. Oh, this one. It's my old one. I left the soldering iron on it and melted it. Man, I just had a bad week, right? I glued it, and hopefully it's fine. If not, I have another one, but we're going to find out real quick. Nope. Looks fine. So we are going to take off these things. This sucks because I kind of laid on this battery, but... Alright. Flux is cheap. Don't be afraid to go nuts with it. What is flux? Flux. What is the purpose of flux? We should talk about that. So, the metals that Okay. The metals that are used in soldering oxidize real fast and real quick. And when the metals used in components, the metals used in solder, they bond to each other really well. That's the whole purpose of soldering. When they corrode, they're a different metal. They oxidize, they become different materials, and they don't bind together very well. Holy shit. Flux removes that corrosion. It's a little acidic, breaks it down. And makes them real nice so that they bond real well again. Always use flux. Let's turn this guy on. Let's see what I set it to. What is this mic picking up? Is it picking up my fan? Hang on. I don't know. Turn my noise gate up a little. Is anyone bothered by it? Probably not. Well, that's probably fine. So, when desoldering, you throw on some flux, and you can also add a bit of leaded solder to bond with the old solder that's already there to kind of melt it down and break down some more of that corrosion. It kind of helps it if you're dealing with really old electronics to just melt faster. Might not need it. I'm gonna do it anyway. Forgot to turn my fan on. Shouldn't take too long. So you want to tin up the tip, clean it out. Yeah. Let's see if that's it. All right. This is not fun. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Hang on. Oh, you guys are going to love this. Hang on. Answorth, thank you for the donation. An appropriate amount. For that, just for that, I'm going to show you guys something really cool I got. Actually, this is way overkill. And as I got up, I realized it's way overkill. But I promised I would show you. So we're going to do it. Huh? There we go. So get over there. Neat, huh? Yeah? Yeah. Hang on. One hand all this. I did it. So, this might be the best way to do it, actually. It's got these things. These are literally just spikes, but so this plate's metal, and these are all magnetic. So you can put them wherever you need them. There's spikes. The spikes are really good. This is for holding PC boards. The spikes are good because they go in mounting holes. Yeah. It's not obviously not going to work because it's lopsided, but like something like that. Oh, there's flux everywhere. I forgot about that. These ridges are cool because if your board's thin enough, they can hold. You can stick the board in there and hold it up. You know that. But anyway, that aside, it's also got. These are all magnets, so it's a mess. That bunch of these. So what I could do something like hold the back end with this. I'll hold the other end. Really, I think I just need that. That's going to take care of it, but yeah. That way, there's two of these. Doing this. Oh yeah, it'll work upside down. Cool. Cool. Let's go on this side. Whew. Oh. Yeah, that is the shorter one. I'm getting too excited about this. This, I told you it was an overkill. Really, I think the best way is two of these guys. What I should really use is just a small table clamp. In fact, maybe I'll do that anyway. But like, how cool is this thing? We're talking like if I was holding like much larger motherboards or something. Neat stuff, right? This is where a small portion of your money goes. And you could tell I hastily assembled this. There we go. But it is overkill. It's too big for the tiny part I'm working on. For this, I have desk clamp. Suction cups to the desk. Eh? Gotta open this real wide for this one. Hope it's wide enough. Oh, maybe even you can hold it this way. Yeah, this side's what we want. Center this guy. Cool. Now, hardest part of doing this is doing it with the camera in the way, but come on. Whoa, what did I set this to? 350? That's pretty good. Desoldering pump. been a while since we saw that his soldering pump. I'm heating the solder and then sucking it off with the pump. Okay, and then where? Oh yeah, these 2 pins. Solder on those. Okay, then let's go get some forceps. Let's rotate this. The hardest part of doing this stuff is streaming it. Getting it all centered for y'all. I can crank through this stuff when it's just me sitting here doing nothing. When I gotta stream it, it's a whole ordeal. Please respect the hassle I go through. Answorth does. Thanks for the tip. I'm just grabbing the legs of the diode. Not a diode, resistor. These are resistors. I'll tell you how I know that in a second. I'm just kind of heating it up and yanking it through. There we go. Resistors see these different colored rings on here? These are intentionally colored, and you can go look up a resistor ring resistor band reference chart anywhere, and the colors tell you different numbers, and you add all those up and you get the resistance value of the resistor. So that's how they can label resistors with large numbers or varying numbers without having to actually write on them. I feel like writing on them these days is easier, but this is a standard, and so that's what they use. I don't know offhand what the value of this resistor is. I know I have another one. That's how that works. Resistors reduce the voltage flowing through them by converting it to heat. They literally just resist electricity, and that creates friction, which creates heat, and they just get hot and lower the voltage. That's all they do. That easy. This is garbage. And then pull this battery out. See if we can do this one leg at a time. I'm gonna try tipping it forward first to get this. Oh, that leg is pretty loose. Yeah. You guys see that? Oh yeah, you can see that leg wiggling in there. This one's pretty much ready to come out. I think I just gotta give it a proper yank. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, Solder Sucker did a great job on that one. So the issue we're dealing with here is this battery is tack welded. We discovered this last week on the PS2 stream. And so I could get a battery, peel this off, tape it to the new one, stick all this back in, but or last week I said there's a right way to do this and we can get the right batteries. Actually, these guys. And the battery just goes in the top. So I'm gonna put this 3 little legs, goes back in those 3 little holes. See if I gotta clean this out or not. Sometimes you gotta clean it out. Yeah. All right. Let's clean out a little more solder here. Oh no, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's nice stuff. This one definitely. Ugh. Get that little blob out of there. Nice. Where's my desoldering braid? I hate this stuff. But this is what it's for. There's my flukes. What the flux? Hey, Darkest Dot, am I going to West? Is that today? Today's Friday. What are you talking about? Is West next week? I think it is. If West is next week, I can go. Because my entire trip next week just got canceled. This is what that new tip I bought is for that I'm not using. Ooh. I don't have any good scissors in my kit. That's kind of funny. Stuff gets super hot, so it's easier to do it this way. I got something better than a chisel tip. I showed it off earlier. I'm just being lazy. Oh, it's way better. There we go. I'll leave a little for sure. I think that's going to be okay. All right. Yeah. Here it was. This guy. One of these. I didn't even use it. Alright, let's flip this around. Well, let me think of the best way to do this. Yeah, friction holds it in. Nice. Alright. Solder that one back down. Shouldn't really need to add any more flux. This is... why am I using this? The fucking thickest gauge solder in the planet. Wow, electrical solder. There's some plumbing solder that gets kind of nuts. This is too much. Well, it's not too much. It's just... that's a lot. I'm gonna clean that back off. This. Ooh, that should do it. So that's the battery holder. Now let's get that resistor in. Where? Oh, I got one. Hang on a sec. think this is the same. And really, I'm not sure there was a reason to replace that resistor anyway. It just looked grody, so. And they're like a quarter of a cent each. Sorry, hang on a sec. I know I'm off camera here. Just cutting this, I'm cutting one down. Trying to get it the exact shape and size as the other one. Clean something off here. Right. Okay, so I got this new one. I'm going to fish it through the bottom. This one's going to get a little tricky. This is not... Right, if I don't breathe, it'll stay in there. As long as I get one leg soldered down, the other one will be fine. Okay. Still in there? Oh, yeah. Okay. This thing is way too hot. Much better. Should have used a little more flux, but it's too much solder. Way better. Cool. All right. Now. I don't know where my angle cutters went. I just don't like this little nub. Okay. Should do it. Let's clean this board off. Just IPA, getting all the old flux off the board. Look at that. Looks like we know what we're doing. Should have done it before and after. Oh, that's pretty. Let's flip it over. that's all just the deoxit. The schmutz the deoxit took off. Hang on, let's just clean that out while we're at it. Using our cotton swabs. Don't put these in your ears. I know they're shaped exactly like your ear canal and are the perfect thing for cleaning it out. But they tell you right on the box. Make sure this resistor doesn't short out over here. Right, but yeah, pretty cool, huh? Yeah? All right. Let's get a battery in there. And we made a mess. What's up, Fitz? He's looking for food. So we might be almost done here. Plus goes towards the plus. Bloop. That should do it. All right, let's get this back together. Yeah, we have this thing. The whole purpose of this black plastic sticks on the top is so that the light from the LED doesn't show through the controller ports. It's just a baffle. All right. There's still a little. Wow. There's so much schmutz in here. Way better. Okay. Couldn't find it. It's right there. All right. How do you guys like starting earlier? Did that work out for you? Oh, is this writing or schmutz on this button? That is writing. Okay. Right. Get all lined up, right? Cool. Should test it before we screw it all together, right? All right. Sorry. Dropped a few frames there, it's bothering me. Stream looking okay? Says my quality's good. All right. I'm going to screw this down just a little bit. Because we're going to be plugging stuff in and out. Good enough. Look good. That looks really good. Don't have to clean that at all. Cool. All right. Let's get a controller. Okay. Need a better camera app. Need a disc. A button tester. This should work because that locks it into place, unlike the stupid PlayStation 2s. We got power. It is not spinning the disc. Maybe because it does this first, or it detects that the lid is gone somehow. We can figure that out. Somebody give me a date. I'm gonna go with May 13th. Wow, it's far in the future. Thing in the lower left is a lid switch. No, this is the power switch. Wow. It's only 9:54 where I'm at. All right. Nope. It didn't even spin this disc. All right. Lid switch. Let's look at the lid. Where do we think? Oh, I see it. It's here, I'll show you. It's this thing back here. See? Gotta hold it down, but there's no real reason to. This slides on real easy. Let's do this. I think that's fine. Famous last words. Do we break it again? That'd be pretty funny. Hooray! All right. So, okay, that still works. Let's see if it gets funky if you jiggle it. Nope, that one's good. I'm pretty nuts on that one. pretty good. I like it. Yeah, cool. Yeah. That was the rough one. Cool. Oh no. There it goes. Let's do that a few times. Maybe we'll clean that one out one more time. No. Maybe it just had some extra deoxide in there. We'll clean it out anyway, but... Yeah, fucking look at that. I'm beating the shit out of these and it's fine. Yeah, alright, that's great. We did it. Let's, you know, we still gotta clean all this out. Pop a real Dreamcast game in there just to be sure. Phantasy Star Online, great game. Works with the modem that I pulled out. Somebody look up what that modem is worth. What can I sell this modem module for? It's definitely modem, it's not broadband. Here's your part number. Optical drive sounds really good. It's not like going nuts trying to read the disc. Website. Ooh. I'm gonna waste it. Yeah, cool. This works. This is great. We done did fix it. Let's clean it up and call it a day. Let's put it back together first. Yeah, buddy. Who's still here? Oh man, look at all that. Somebody spilled a can of Coke right on the top of this damn thing. Didn't even bother to... All they did was clean it out. Nice job! Your buddy's land center in Daytona Beach. The old Phantasy Star Online. All the Phantasy Star games were great. What a great series. Gotta make this. I hate this. Forgot about this last time. I think we're gonna wrap up a little early and I'll work on making this thing focus better. So it only wants to focus in this mode. Wow, we still got some schmutz in there. Let's clean that out. Nice job, Homestar. Been lucky enough to have stuff we could fix all in one stream so far. I can't imagine that's going to keep up. I can't believe I haven't had to order parts already. That's nuts on its own. I can't believe how many of these things said they were broken and they just work. Or had something stupid wrong with them that anyone can fix. I don't know. You say, you know, say anyone can fix it, but like, you ever meet someone who doesn't know how to change a tire? Or like change their oil? This is just wobbly. That's just how it is. Fan is screwed down. This is all good. Everything. That's only, yeah, I only got 4 screws left. Let's put that lid on. Let's clean this while it's off. How easily does this come off? Not. Oh, that looks stupid. I'm not gonna deal with that thing. Off-brand magic eraser time. Hang on. First off, we gotta get out the grodies. Here. Lint-free cloth. Action. Again, this is Q-tip 30. Got all of this crap in here. This is right on the fence of something I would just put in the dishwasher or take to the sink and soap and water it. But we got time. We're hanging out. It's not too bad. This lid gets in the way, I know. But such is streaming. This isn't too bad. Definitely sugary cola in here. Damn kids. I wish it was Cheeto fingers. Cheeto dust at least isn't electrically conductive that I know of. Is it? Somebody look that up. Is Cheeto dust electrically conductive? Oh, that's so much better. Yeah. Get in there. Take it. Take it off. Take it off. Yeah, all right. What do you guys think about this time? Hey, Milos! I guess, I bet Cheeto dust is more... I bet it generates a lot of static electricity in high quantities. I bet that's what it is. And then starts on fire like how chocolate does. It's pretty good on this side, right? Yeah. Oh, see you, Teamyverse. Thanks a lot. It was a good time. It was good seeing you in here. Catch you next time, perhaps. I guess this was a good time. A lot of people showed up. I lost the cap from alcohol. So I'm sure it's around. Here. It's on the floor. It's important. All right. Now, off-brand magic eraser. I know it looks grody. This is just how they look when you use them. It's fine. All the schmutz stays in here. Where people fuck these up. What is this called? Melamine. This is a melamine sponge. You don't have to buy magic erasers. You can buy a big crate of melamine. They're cheap as hell. You have to wet them. This one's already moistened. And then you get in there, you scrub your stuff away. The water that's left behind's dirty, so you gotta still come up and clean it behind. Those are the two things people fuck up when they go, these things don't work. They're amazing. These are some pretty deep scratches, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, it's abrasive. It's in between. It's the next step up above like a polishing cream. But man, you could use it on so much stuff. Don't push down and like rub the shit out of it. I'm going real light, and I'm actually trying to not go nuts on these parts, because actually what happens is you end up polishing the lid down and then you get a shiny spot. But better than scratches, right? Look at that. Boom. Let's try this one. It's getting there. Circles seem to be the best. Attacks it from multiple angles. There's some deep scratches in this thing, but look at that. We're getting there. Real deep scratches. I might come at this with actual plastic polish. Like this isn't really dirty. I mean, there's like a little bit of dirt in there, but these are deep scratches. I don't know if cleaning this thing is too interesting. Maybe I should not do this on stream. Yeah, see you later, hero. Good hanging out. Good seeing you. Hope I catch you next time. I hope when you're here next time that I also am. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is just dirt that's inside of deep scratches. But, I mean, look at that. Yeah, this is just... woof. I'm really up in there, which is why you can see it, but, this is just more IPA. I'm just gonna spray that right in there. Get dirt out of there. You can really crank down on these buttons when they're not actually on it. Not too bad. Power button's a little wonky, but it's looking good. These little engraved letters always really suck for getting the Cheeto dust out of fucking peanut butter and jelly fingers. Fucking. Thank God IPA is cheap. Yeah, there we go. Open button's pretty clean, which means somebody probably only played like one game with this thing. Get in here, give it one last pass. Oh, I didn't get the edge of the stupid lid. Oof. Alright. Okay. I think that's as good as it's going to get without dealing with the scratches. Let's put this dumb thing back together. Make sure it works one last time. Flush. Screw it in. This is that dumb one. I'll get that one last. Dibs? You want to buy it? I could bring it to West. We'll do that. I don't get to keep anything that anyone on stream calls dibs on buying. I have to give it up. This is the only Dreamcast I got. All right. That's a good deal too, because like, you know, the stuff that was gonna break broke. You're gonna get the modem adapter with it. Nope, I don't got one. In fact, I had to borrow the controller. But that means I just get to go buy another broken one and fix it on stream. Alright. Oh, this is... Oh, that's kind of funny. This is all water damage. So this thing, whatever spilled on this thing, it sat in it. It's all... Yeah, this is just bubbled. Nothing you could do about that. Get that little guy off. Also, when you're using these melamine sponges, they break down over time, and sometimes they'll leave little flakes or chunks. Like, that's how they work. Just make sure you catch those flakes and chunks. This corner's a little... Okay. Mostly. Yeah. There we go. All right. Gonna just clean up the outside. It's just like... generally dirty. Which also implies that whatever spilled on it, they didn't like go too nuts on having to clean the outside. It must have just been a splash or something, but it was enough to screw that control board up. That's clean, but let's get the modem in and then clean it. There we go. Couple of deep scratches here. It is what it is. All right. Look at that. That's pretty damn good. Let's give it one last try just to make sure. Darkest dot, these, I'm keeping these cables, the power and the AV. So get yourself some. The power is just a standard polarized figure 8. This is a standard AV out, but like different ones use different ones, so just make sure it's like Dreamcast compatible. I thought you'd pay more than $3. Yeah, alright. Let's pop Phantasy Star back in one last time. Tell us that battery worked. Yep. Battery works. Didn't ask us for the date. Reading the disc. There it goes. Half-assed cleaning up here. Boom. Done. Awesome. All right. That was cool stuff. It's a good day. I like when things just work out. I don't like when... I don't like when I buy things off the internet that say they're broken, and I get excited to fix them on stream, and then they're not broken. This was cool. We got to do a little soldering finally, you know? Huh? That's nice. It was nice of me. Nice of me to do that for y'all. Let's see if there's anyone worth rating. What's going on Twitch today? Who's working on electronics? Oh, man. Rarely anyone do anything cool anymore. All anyone does is sit in hot tubs. How is this interesting? And then people opening Pokemon cards. People opening boxes. This is not... Who the fuck watches this? Teach me something. Without me knowing that I'm learning. I don't want that. I don't want to... Wow. Alright, this sucks. Friday night Twitch is garbage. You guys go do whatever you want. Oh my god. Fitness Twitch is garbage. Wow. What a terrible platform this has become. Is there nothing better? Alright, see you later, Answorth. Mr. Horologist is on? Why didn't he come up in my normal... That's what we're gonna do. I've never talked to this guy. I used to rate him constantly. Let's see if he still remembers. I'm going to see Mr. Horologist. I've actually started watching watch repair YouTube now, so I'm super into it. We're going to rate Mr. Horologist, watch him, watch watches. Thanks, everyone. It was a great time. I'll do this every Friday that I feel like doing it. I just happen to feel like doing it today. It's 3 weeks in a row. Not bad. And darkest out, I guess I'll see you at West. So, goodbye, everyone. Have a good night. Catch you next time. Thank you, everyone who donated, everyone who subbed. This has been great. Bye-bye.